everybody. I'm gonna give this a shot. I don't do much of this blogging bullshit. Let me introduce myself. I'm a 43-year-old white male. I use white sparingly, very lightly. From Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. Brought up in a very good family. Brought up values that was victim to the system, where in my age group was medicated, or the economy had changed, where the parents, the mom could stay home and take care of the kid while the dad went to work all day, come home. It was like a normal family. Well, when the economy changed, it made it a two-income dynamic. It made it so that there was deficit of attention. I mean, the kids weren't getting the attention they needed, and they were having to sacrifice. But the kid understood well. They were wondering what the hell they were having problems with kids conforming with this shit in school. All they did was medicate us with Ritalin and just they dumbed us down. They figured what they didn't hear, they didn't have to fix. Well, let me tell you what, that shit is kind of real, and it messes with your head when they're trying to push conformity on you since the age of conception almost. Well, definitely in school, they tell you what the color is, but and you must conform or else. I mean, that's color. That's universal. Everybody knows what color red is. Well, why can't you color what the fuck you want? Because they say it is, don't mean that's the way it is. The truth is what you say it is. Okay, I've learned that along the way. But there are some points in school that you can follow and come out here and go back and look back at what you learned and prove it's true. Because even amongst the corruption, was where the money lies, they have to control the chaos, and in order to do that, they have to control the way we think. They do that through our language. They culturally engineer our way of living, our way of thinking by the way we speak, because that's a product of thought. Okay, and when we think about what we have to say, because it comes out before it comes out of our mouth, because it might offend someone, or because we might go to hell, or our God might burn us, or what do something stupid. But it's all based on fear. Because it's based on fear about something that we don't understand, because they keep the confusion going so well, because the mixture of bullshit versus truth is out there. I mean, they have to put the truth out there based on the way the conscious mind works, because it's able to discern between reality and lies. So the subconscious just does. It's programmable. It does. It's edited in between the ages of 0 and 12 in a theta wave state that, basically through examples of trial and error and other ways that they learn, and not also what we're pre-programmed with. And then I mean, you can look at your life from now till back then, and look at what you've accomplished, if anything, and you can base your life on your self-worth on that. You can gauge your self-worth that your subconscious does to align you with things that is in your frequency. We vibrate at a frequency based on what we feel. Our highest frequency is the best that we feel about ourselves. And the better you feel about yourself, like experiencing love, or the euphoric feeling of a narcotic, or just anytime your endorphins are released or something like that, your body wants more of it, and the part, like the drug, I mean, it's not the fact that you're using or abusing, it's people are chasing that first hit that they got, that they'll never get again, and just keep using. Well, okay, so, but anyway, it's a means to an end. But we are a mass of people who are separated by the creme de la creme, by your local elected officials and your clergymen who are head of religious factions and buildings, and that are of a man-made source, and through a system of control, or I'm going to say an empire-ish system of control that we have known as Babylon from a long time ago. It was a culture that had disappeared, and that people thought that they disappeared. Well, Walt Disney, when he come in the scene back in the old days with his cartoons, he was creating nonfiction. People in their reality, the fiction or the nonfiction people were reading was reading the fiction and the cartoons, and in order to not confuse the fake cartoon, the theme of the cartoon, or what was being said inside those bubbles, he had to create documents stating that the way that this is read is anything inside a line with a sign with a border around it Anything inside that is basically is rubbish. It doesn't mean shit. It's blanket, but they have used that. Babylonians have used that to communicate with their people. Then those who are said to be able to recognize any language or any written text within a bordered sign, such as your road signs. Look at all your road signs that are not bordered around an absolute shape. An absolute would be a representative of law, because it's either one way that you break a law, you got a consequence. But in law, would be an absolute, like a four-sided square is an absolute, but there's rarely any signs of square. There are rectangles, okay. But then you got a stop sign. It's an eight-sided, which is an equal-sided shape, but it is also bordered with a line, meaning there is a level of discretion. There's a level of nonfiction that may have to be interrupted by fiction somehow, just a little bit, in order to affect that absolute correctly or safely. And if not, because of the red background, you can just assure if you don't correctly do that stop, imminent danger is possible. Death can occur, really. Meaning, you know that in your driving digest, it is said that if when you stop and there's no stop bar in the lane that you're stopping at in the intersection you're stopping at, you then stop where your bumper is, even with the stop sign post, and then you make your left and your right look, and then make sure there's no pedestrians crossing. And then you creep up until you get a clear view of both ways of going down the street, and you complete you initiate the entrance to the intersection. But that creeping up, you're not stopping, you're creeping. You know what I'm saying? That's not a stop. So it's kind of a stop. It's a slice of cheese on a cheeseburger that's missing 4 squares. It looks like a piece of cheese, but it ain't quite a whole slice. You feel me? So, but that's the trickery and debauchery that they use. But anyway, what it is the fact is, when you get right down to it, people are so ridden in fear because they don't understand the fucking system that they live in. That's got the hold of them so hard that again, your local elected officials, your mayors, your clergymen, your say civil leaders. I don't base color on race. I don't believe black is a color or describes the color of a person. When you look at the definition of black, it means the lesser of something that it has mystery to it, something that is not understood completely. Therefore, we fear it because we don't understand it. But but the only thing but it seems inferior because they're not. Something that's not fully understood, that's not attacking or beating you, killing you, can be beaten, it seems, and it's underestimation. But when you get a whole lineage of indigenous people, native people from a certain place, believing the same thing for so many years, being told by people they love, their grandparents or parents, and on down, and it gets passed down. Well, who are you going to believe? You know, but they got whitewashed back then so easily because they were fighting for so much. I mean, your civil rights, just the right to fucking go piss in the toilet without getting, or go to the safe, all that stuff. But anyway, I'm getting into the sore subject. But my suggestion is, with all these things going on, I've been traveling for the last, I'm 43. I graduated high school. I graduated high school at the age of 17. Joined the Navy a year prior to my graduation. A month later after graduation, July of 1994, I'm in the Navy boot camp. Matter of fact, I celebrated my birthday on August 2nd, 1994 in boot camp. But since then, I have been traveling ever since then. 17 to 43 was at 26 years, and haven't looked back. I've been halfway around the world. I've worked in Alaska on fishing boats, up in Dutch Harbor, not the crab boats, the fishing boats. I've done tree work. I've worked in labor ready all around the country. I've probably got more miles in a Greyhound than I do a semi-truck. I'm a second-generation truck driver as it is now, with close to, let's say, 1.8 million miles under my ass, accident free. I've been driving since 2002. Having grown up around it, My father, who's just a godsend and a blessing. Bless his heart, I don't know if you realize it or not, was the cause of my life, let's see, my subconscious, my subliminal alignment with where I was heading because of the conflict that was instilled so deeply, so young. My parents divorced very young. I was with my mother, who was an alcoholic, a functional alcoholic that is, but she partied and partied hard. And when I went to the babysitters, I never knew when I'd ever see her again. How many days it would be. I mean, people would come get their kids, my friends, their mom and dad. I'd see them leave. I wouldn't leave 2 or 3 days. But these are things I've had to come to terms with because of the question asked. When you walk outside the door and you see all this turmoil and things, you keep asking the question, why do you want to be part of this society? It seems to be falling apart and believing things as a whole instead of trying to educate each other or educate the younger generation with reality, things that we don't get educated with like we're supposed to, or those who are so close-minded or self-centered or all about the ultimate goal of, it seems like people are in such a hurry to convenience their lives or enrich their lives with electronics or the latest gadget, this and that people are so in tune to now, that it's pathetic, man. It's so fucking pathetic. I myself have been a victim of it. I remember knowing both my grandma's phone numbers, my mom and dad's phone numbers. I remember knowing, maybe a number to the pizza shop or something back in the old days. Now, I can probably remember my mom's home number, and I think she's the only one I know that even has a home number. I'm a victim of it too, but my job is more efficient because of that tool. But that's exactly what it is. It is a tool that allows mobility, more mobility. It's not a status symbol by any means. So what? The fact it doesn't make any sense, other than the fact that you can make a call anywhere the hell you're standing. But the people who are so up on texting, they're doing nothing more than a modern day teletype. I mean, what the hell? Why the hell would, other than trying to interrupt somebody's meeting or something, not want to call it right now, but you would think they'd turn their fucking ringer off. But what? It doesn't sound easier to talk and kind of communicate verbally than it would to type something. I mean, it wouldn't be. And if we have to sit there and have to delay returning someone's a response to someone's question or respond accordingly or politely with manners as if you got some fucking sense about yourself instead of playing games, it says a lot about your integrity and your character that you genuinely care about the next person, not just about your own fucking bubble. And I'm not, I should have said this at the beginning and free disclaimer, but I'm not politically correct, and I don't give a fuck if you're offended by what I say. And if what I say is found to be false, you got a problem with what I say, you feel free to fucking correct me, but you better show me, you better be able to convince me. You make the claim, you bring the evidence. And on the same token, don't believe everything I say, because I'm only going on self-education, self-research, self-moral inventory, and the ability and the thought and the precious knowing that I've got the ability to heal thyself. I don't need a therapist to fucking help me, other than the fact that they have the ability to hear things that I'm not able to hear myself saying. Okay, and it's very easy to hide behind that and get grandiose about things. No, I'm very confident, very sort of arrogant because and very raw because of that. I've taken the harder road and trying to provide my own therapy and do my own healing, if you will, because we are capable of it. But you have to be the amount of honesty that you have to have with yourself, and like the intestinal fortitude, the testicular fortitude, vaginal fortitude it takes. You wouldn't believe how much it hurts. It hurts so fucking bad. that if anybody said that you were weak or you felt like you were substandard for going to seek help in a program that was set aside or designed to help you reach a spiritual awakening, which is what we're supposed to do. We're sent here to this planet to learn how to manipulate our energy, to learn our emotional capability or our limitations. Okay, and those things are all governed by a universal law based on science called physics and quantum theory. Well, okay, if you break everything down, now this is going back on school-taught material, where in science we learned that the atom and the molecule is the basis of all things that you can physically sense is based on an atom, the basic part of it. And those atoms have movement inside there's a nucleus, there's protons, electrons. The electrons are seeking the amount of protons. There's a flow there that creates an electrical field in that, and there's motion in there. That's where the development of the word emotion, electrical motion. Okay, that is the start of it. That's where it starts. Back way the fuck down under your belly. You don't even know it's starting yet, but it's there. It started. Okay, but it's still in motion. It's vibrating. It has a vibrational rate. And there's a frequency, measurable frequency there. And that's the smallest, most basic piece of anything in this universe is on the atomic level. So we are in motion, okay? And anything in motion is governed by universal law. And anything is, well, I believe in creation. I also believe in evolution, but I believe it has to be created first and given the ability to evolve. And, well, that's one of the definitions of being a human or living thing, is being able to adapt to your surroundings. That's called evolving or adapting to your surroundings. You have to be able to do that as a living human being. And that is notwithstanding what the next person is fucking doing, other than, then you have to realize that there's other people in this world that are out for their number one survival as well. And that has to be excused and accommodated because it is a selfish trait in order to survive, because that part of myself, or part of my survival is me getting what I need on a daily to do that survival. And if I step on a toe, or if I have to get in my pursuit of my needs, you have to move out of the way for me or accommodate my pathway, so be it. Get over it. It's part of life. You don't like that shit. Find you a nice fucking island where you can make your own fucking rules and live there, and you ain't got to worry about nobody else infringing on your precious fucking feelings and shit. Okay? And there was a time, I remember there was a time where you didn't know. Like, I asked my dad, he grew up in Reynoldsburg, Ohio, in high school there. I said, how many black kids you have in school, Daddy? He said, I think two black kids. And you knew their family. They're decent, hard-working people. And I said, how many homosexuals do you have there? I really don't know. I don't think I really knew any. Well, you know why? Because people were afraid to admit that shit due to peer pressure and scrutiny. That's one thing, but I don't give a shit if what you do behind closed doors, or who you do, or how you do it, and how many times you do it, whatever fucking flag, color, rainbow you want to do it with. I don't want to have to go down the road with my kid in my passenger seat, wonder why there's a fucking dude in cutoffs on a damn hayride wagon in a parade kissing another dude. It's bad enough I've got to explain it. They're trying to come up with the answer to why the sky is blue and shit, and what the triple X means, but I don't want to go through that in that unnatural, biblical, religious belief that I carry, which depends on faith, and is of a man-made, a man-made collective, and promoter of a creator who would, if they were the authors of such material like the Bible, which is a regulated source of history, they control what the hell you're reading in that Bible. You think you're reading everything that was said, that was actually done? No. The history is written by the vicar. Okay, so even in there, even in text in there, there's scripture again going against that stuff. You know, and so based on that, even if you have an argument with my personal opinion of it, you know, go biblically, go biblical and historical. Well, of course, before the flood, if you read the Old Testament, there was so much crap going on. We think we're bad right now. Shit, you know, what make a God want to flood the earth and kill everything and start all over again because they were so bad? You know what I'm saying? But we're not innocent in any means by any means because we don't listen, we don't learn. We're arrogant beings, but we are also here to on a karmatic, I would say a karmatic basis, because in universal laws it states that the goal of the universe, the goal of the universe is to sustain harmony or to regain harmony. If you think about a pebble, you drop a pebble and use it in the water, it creates ripples. Okay, even if you drop a square dice in the water, it makes round ripples. Doesn't matter what the shape is. It's the disruption of harmony in which the universe is seeking to restore. That's what the waves are for. And then the waves are everything around it taking up the basically like a shock absorber of the disruption there. Meaning if you're fucking up in this universe, someone else is paying the price too. Okay, not just you. You out there doing, knocking statues down, identifying things with, identifying yourself with things that you should be identifying with. If someone calls you a nigger, are you a nigger? No. Then why the fuck would you get mad about someone calling you a nigger? Look at you would have to consider the open-mindedness would be to consider their ignorance, their lack of education, and their closed-mindedness, where they need educated. Don't be mad at them, educate them. Okay, just take it in a heat of disappointment or like almost like a sorrowful approach with it. Like, just don't, okay, because someone is spotting out the mouth, don't mean they hate you, just means they were taught wrong. And I learned that the hard way too, because I mean, my family, my dad was nigger this, everybody's nigger that, nigger blah blah, and it's funny, but go ahead and say that shit and go to downtown Columbus and say that shit. Be a fourth grader in Main Street Elementary or Highland Elementary or something in downtown Columbus and say that shit. See what happens to you, okay? Not only you started there, but you go to jail, you go to the Navy, okay? I learned that the word nigger was an adjective that described the depth of character or the brand of character or the lack of thereof and the amount of integrity a person has and their initiative or their hidden agenda. What's the reason for your action? And it seems like if you're not out here trying to get for you and not trying to take from someone else and making a deficit for them or expecting someone to hand you something because you feel like you deserve it based on shit your ancestors went through and based on shit that I had no control over. But it seems that people have an excuse now to be an asshole. But why not just, now we've got the chance, your eyes are open, and if you want to use that as a basis, use that fire and pull this shit up, pull our asses out of it, come on. And the fact that they use the word racism. Okay, I've heard, this is part of the human race. A human is a species. But it's also considered a race as well. It's the human race. Mankind or the human race, blah, blah, blah. And mankind, see, women want that shit changed there because they don't want to be considered, call me a man. Well, no, it's not man and woman, but it's like man, who's got a sense of religion, concern for this and that, knows right from wrong type shit. That's mankind, okay, or whatever. But there's a lot of misconceptions and a lot of it's sad because, like I said, that cloud of local, I'm gonna say it like a Lazar cloud or a buffering cloud level of people that are just above us in our societies that are keeping us divided by keeping the fur flying on the news. Okay, as far as Trump was concerned, everybody that discredited the media because of all that bullshit. Now, if there was so much discreditation, why are there so many people wearing masks based on the information they get from the fucking news? Huh? Okay. There's a lot of education that one needs to receive and have to have an open mind or open heart and actually be wearing a different skin in order to receive some of the information that they need to receive in order to get some of the shit that I'm saying. But there's a lot of information on YouTube about what I'm going through. I mean, I'm going 100 mile an hour to several different topics, but if there's ideas and concepts that I'm going mentioning and brushing upon that interest you, such as law, religion, spirituality, self-healing or alternative healing, and seeking professional help. I mean, and just real subjects. Any real subjects you want to talk about. I'm not a service conversationalist, but send me information or send me a message. I'll try to get you the information or send you a link on things that I watched, things that changed my mind. But also know that I'm a victim of a dysfunctional household, as a lot of us were from the 70s and 80s and still now. And why people can't understand why there's so much violence in a rich neighborhood, why there's school shootings and involved. Well, the attention is so misdirected, and you have what you call professional parents these days. You can't sit a kid in the middle of the fucking yard and have him know what a stick even looks like. Go climb a tree, man. Go throw a rock, or go get in trouble. Go develop an immune system is what you do. Okay, I didn't wear no helmet when I was going outside. I swam in lake water, drank out of the hose. I mean, I'm good. I feel good. I drive nationwide trucking, and I catch one cold. I got a bad gallbladder, so it's hard for me to tell when I got to take a dump or whatever. But anyway, too TMI. But I didn't feel one inkling of bad, and I'm all over the place. And they wear one fucking mask. Well, our place that we haul for actually requires us to wear a mask when we come in, but other than that, I don't conform. I don't conform to a system that is based on the end of the path leading straight to a place where we all know to be, I'll put it this way, well, it rhymes with rope, hope on a rope, and people who label themselves as officials and they start standing in a religious faction that is so adorned with history and just embellished with the riches that they receive. They use it to blow themselves up image-wise and to outshine what we're supposed to already know in our daily lives right now. And people at the age just past teenage years should know exactly what and who they are, what they're capable of doing, and where they come from, who made them, what happened. But we're not told all that shit, okay? If we knew the truth, there'd be a lot of people out of control, or they wouldn't be out of control. None of our creative side is so powerful. We have so much power. We are electrical beings, meaning we run on electricity, strictly electric. We're an orbital an orbital being that is electrically charged and who can send and receive messages through a signal like talking on a walkie-talkie, the way that signal's sent out and it also receives. We have two of those systems internally. One is up here in our brain and one's down here in our heart. The heart is said to be able to detect signals from up to like 18 kilometers in circumference distance away from where we're standing. The mind is just a little less, or maybe not quite half less, but that probably maybe 12 kilometers away, in distance away, being able to detect incoming signals and or receive them and communicate with them, probably unconsciously because we're not aware of it. It's kind of like walking in a room, you can feel the tension in the air type thing. You hear a lot of cliche comments said about things that, superstitions or something they can't explain. It used to be called magic, so, they just something for entertainment. There's something going on here. There's a lot going on. Anyway, I just want to come on here and I'm gonna say what turned my page, what turned my path around, because I was headed toward a disaster myself. Couldn't keep a job, couldn't keep it. I'm making good money. Like I said, I've been driving 20 years. I should know how to do it, but here's what I figured out about driving a truck. I sought out and it was aligned with the direction and the path leading to this driver's seat because as a child, especially a male child, and his dad says, who is a truck driver, was, wow, that's just cool. Being dad, I love my dad loves me, we have such a great time. Well, why would someone that loves us so much and that we love so much and that we have such a great time with, why would they disappoint us? Why would it seem like they would go out of their way to disappoint us? Because that's what it seemed like he was doing when he would call and say, I'm going to pick him up Friday. Mom will give me the news, and how would a kid be so excited knowing his dad was coming on Friday to pick him up? When the thought of getting picked up was probably the most important common thread. We were running through all that because usually when a parent picked me up, usually when you was told you was being picked up, you really didn't put any faith in that because, like I said, my mom partied and was left with the babysitter for days on end. I'll be back, whatever. I'll see you when I see you type shit. Well, I found myself drinking in bars too to figure that out, but I never said blame on that because that's a personal thing, I believe. Anywho, but what it was is he was not able to, even if he wanted to. He said, son, I'm sorry I had to disappoint you, but I had some, and you know what? You can talk to your blue in the face, but this job here requires butt and seat. You need to have your ass in the seat and do this job for a longer period of time with the mindset of the old school trucking mind, the outlaw trucking mind, who was so scrutinized and stereotyped and first commit C straight and doing it correctly with the right motives. And you might start to understand, okay, and do that shit for 10, 15 fucking years and then come talk to me. Now we got something to talk about. But if I try to have you relate to something that you don't understand, you don't get the gist of it, there's no significance given, no benefit of the doubt given. Okay, so I found myself disappointing motherfuckers left and right, either myself or people I loved, or someone was always getting disappointed. But it's like, what am I doing? And not to mention, my dad goes through the marriages he went through, and the heartache, how hard he had to work to keep food on our table, and he did it. He did it. And went through 5 wives doing it. I can't sit here and imagine and fathom the mental stability having a steel mind you have to have, not to go nuts and worrying about what's going on at home. But on the other hand, on the other token, expect anybody or any woman or a woman driver, expect any man to be around a month and a half or 2 months later, waiting on your ass. How can you expect that? That would be unfair. So I've come to terms with knowing why I'm doing this, questioning why I'm choosing to do such an antisocial profession, and it's exciting. There's a lot of fun out here. It's cool. There's a lot of glory. There's romance, and there is a feeling of freedom. But when you boil it all down, you're stuck in a cab. You're stuck in a fiberglass prison. And those who don't perform in school, that have problems with authority, guess where they end up? In these fiberglass fucking prisons right here. Because the pay is so easily attained and it's decent pay, but when they say that a trained monkey can do it, that's what they say downtown, or Washington D.C. says a trained monkey can do my job. Probably so, you know, but if that was the case, my monkey's driving trucks, you know, gonna do. So what they do, they make it seem like a derated, regulated system. Come on, you know, put your ass in my seat. I was able to put my ass in my seat. I was able to disappoint people, and I was able to feel what it felt like when Dad had to disappoint me and not be able to convince me or educate me as to why, and have me fully understand when it happened the next time, why. Well, it was nice to have the opportunity and blessed to have known the difference and have the wisdom and the chance to talk with him and let him know that I know what that felt like. Dad, I know what it feels like to have disappointed someone and not have it, you know, and not mean it. I love you, there's nothing I can do. But there's, you know, the bottom line is shit happens. Shit happens, and get the fuck over it. Get the fuck over it. I mean, really, okay, Dad, you know, damn it, I really have my mind set on that. You know, it's like having your mouth set on something. You go to the grocery store and it not being there or something, you know. Something to that effect, whatever. You've been saving a certain dessert in the refrigerator for 2-3 days now, and you got a mouth watering for it. You open the fridge and it's gone. God damn it, yeah, where'd it go? Yeah, you know, well, okay, but you still stay there. You still keep going. It didn't kill you. The disappointment didn't kill you, but what did kill you was the expectation placed upon a predicated statement. Because in this background, in this field, a statement made about the future that is giving a guarantee of a point of guarantee as far as anything happening is a gamble at best. And if it happens, if it comes out positive, you got lucky, you know. But what you do is when you try to squeeze money and make it so mathematically precise as a predictive industry, when you're right here, you're holding 360 degrees in the steering wheel of variables, and from which the directions any bullshit can come at you, it's from several different angles at one time. You know, you don't know what the fuck's going to happen out here. Look, there's a car. I'm following a car in the center lane, 70 westbound, and he's 4 or 5 seconds ahead of me. And I'm watching him. I'm doing this video while I'm driving. I probably shouldn't for a bad example, but and it's fairly light traffic. But I don't know if the next thing that's happening in the next 2 seconds that I'm going to have to deal with out here. And neither does the next motherfucker that's never been in a seat. Okay? But what I know is when you walk a tiger with a chain, you let the chain ride on that tiger's back with a little slack, okay? Don't jerk the fucking chain because he'll turn around and eat your dumb ass. When he give you the benefit of the doubt and the respect as being the master of that land, or well, having the domain over him, given domain divinely, there's a respect right there. And that respect is that chain, the amount of slack given in that chain is a show of faith. Tiger will not turn around and eat you unless you jerk on that fucking chain because the tiger's doing something you don't want him to do. Too fucking bad. Deal with it. Let him do what he's got to do. And, you know, magicians out with Siegfried and Roy killed a fucking tiger because they attacked him. I don't know the exact story, but yeah, don't kill a tiger for being a fucking tiger. And in Cincinnati Zoo, that kid got in that gorilla enclosure. The gorilla was being a goddamn gorilla. I looked up some statistics on that after that had happened. You know how strong a fucking silverback gorilla is? He's stronger than 10 strongest, he's 10 times stronger than the 10 strongest men in the world. 10 times stronger than them. That's huge. You know, of course it's going to damage, and that's dangerous. And they have, you know, we have primate like children or, you know, those about the same, but then then they go kill the gorilla because someone didn't watch the kid well enough, and there was an accident where a kid fell in the enclosure, and unfortunately, but they shot the gorilla. It's fucked up. What kind of message does that send to the child who probably was in adventure mode, 2 or 3 years old, but was noticing that mom or dad wasn't saying, hey, stop, come here, stay here, wasn't constantly correcting the fucking kid, just kept going. That in the mindset is like getting away with something or being able to learn something, learning new. The kid is wanting to learn. That's all the fucking kid wants to do is learn something new. I mean, the theta wave state of the brain is just phenomenally just tunnel vision on learning shit and information. And every step that kid makes is learning something, where the step results in a positive outcome, living, not dying. But hey, well, there he goes, boom, boom, boom. It's off and running. I don't know. But then again, shit happens. Consider yourself the best parent in the world. Most attentive, most planned out, play dates planned out, meals planned, blah, blah, blah. And that shit could happen to you too. There's a story about a man standing at the pearly gates to smoke and drink. Worked a blue-collar job, in a factory, drink pearl on can, Jack Daniels Black, shooting tobacco from a mail batch sack type man, standing at the pearly gates, and at the same, right behind him or in front of him, at the same pearly gates, is a runner, a man of fitness, a man who took care of himself, got the Asics tennis shoes on all the fucking time, and demanded we take the nostalgic railroads and build bicycle paths and shit, fuck them motherfuckers. And stand there at the same time like, okay, so what? You live your life, I live my life, I'm still stand here at the same damn time. Who is to say what is bad, what is good? It's a personal decision. And know that the decision is made from second to second, or from turn to turn. It's made based on levels of fear and levels of taste and levels of what you believe to be necessary in order to attain what you feel like you need to attain. And you know what that is what you need to attain? Is just fucking be you. We're not going nowhere. We are not going anywhere. We are eternal beings. The body is nothing more than a physical shell so that we can communicate a lot better. It was said back in the older ages where we were actually on Earth as we look like C-3PO, which is nothing but all electrical grids. Looking down at a map where all the lights, you see all the lights and everything shining. We look over there in the distance like a big light bulb, stick figure light bulb or something. But we got developed skin bones and everything we needed to survive here and communicate physically and interpret physically from the abstract world of the spiritual realm, which is where the development of an idea or an emotion or thought occurs in the abstract. It's not yet physically present in front of your face, but the idea is in your mind. Guess what? What is physically manifested starts with an idea, and then it goes from abstract, and then it is called, it's transmutation and manipulating energy, and knowing that energy just is. It is not created, it is not stopped, it is just manipulated. It's there, it's increased in amperage or increased in its capacity and its abilities to do different things, but one needs to realize that electrical energy is the weakest form of energy in the universe. And look how badass electrical energy is. Did you know that the speed of light, you can do the circumference of the Earth at the equator, which is 24,000 miles roughly, 7.5 times in 1 second. That's how fast the speed of light is. And you know what? That's how fast your nerves or your nerve endings are firing to inspire ideas and to burn neural pathways based on experiences as a result of a notion or as a result of an idea. We are creative beings by nature. We are meant to create. We are said to be able to manifest through the law of attraction and through the universal divine connection, and from any direction that you'd never be able to. You wouldn't fathom when this shit happens or how this shit happens. You ask for it. You ask the universe for it, and if you're not getting it, why you're not getting it, and ask how, you know, what it would be like or whatever. But start noticing, say, you know, you want to spend a certain car, say a black on black Escalade, blah blah blah. I really want that thing. I want that thing. And then you forget about it for a while. You know, you don't think about it for so long, and all of a sudden you just start seeing. Everywhere you look, or probably every 3 or 4 hours in a day, you'll see a close example, or if not the same example, of the vehicle that you really want. Oh my God, look at that shit. Well, I never noticed it until I really wanted one. Now they're all around me. Or if you're driving what you want, then you look around and I see a shit ton of them. I didn't see them before I wanted it. Okay, well, why do you think that is? Because our energy that we're vibrating with, and that the frequency is vibrating for that specific vehicle, or we're on that level, and we're able to physically interpret that through light signals based on our alignment with the frequency in which we're in seek of. And when you are witnessing different other models of the same car that you want to drive, that is a universal synchronicity happening, meaning you're almost tuned in to what the fuck you want to hear. Like, you turn the dial knob on the stereo, in my hometown, 997 or 96.3, but if you change the megahertz setting, or if you change the station view here, if you click to the left or right of the actual station, you might hear a little bit of what you wanted to hear, but it's going to be distorted, you have static, you're going to sit there and try to adjust it. Well, the fine-tuning of that is the detachment. Once you detach from the fact that you're not really tuned in so well, or you're really close but you're not hearing exactly what you intended to hear, that you're so excited about hearing that you couldn't wait to get in the car to click the stereo on, to change it to the specific station that played that type of music that you're dying to hear. Well, then there's a period of time where it doesn't happen. But shit, man, I really want to hear that song. Oh well, what happens there? The detachment from that allows you to not dwell on the fact that you're not able to listen to the song. In other words, not coming from a term of a seemingly lacking mind. When you say, oh well, say something about, we'll listen to it later when we get home on YouTube, where I can get a definite signal and definitely hear the song, or that's alright, whatever. And well, okay, well, it's not that you're doubting that you're not an adult, but it's easy to discern and easy to discredit yourself and not try any harder and not believe and not have faith in it, and that it's already there. It should have already worked. In fact, it's closely. If you're not actually maybe in the car that you wanted, but you start seeing a bunch of them around you, that's a signal, a universal sign saying we received your message type thing. You know that you're aware. Your awareness is such that the physical interpretation of the examples in which these synchronicities are witnessed, and the fact that you recognize that synchronicity enough to know that message received and your request is being processed, you detach at that moment. Don't worry about it. There's no reason to even think about it. It's on its way. It's already yours. You asked for it. It's what they say, knock on the door and I'll let you in. asking she that will receive. I mean, that wasn't bullshit. I give an example, a parable of going to the bar. Okay, walk in the door, I give a glance around, see around, walk up to the bar. The bartender will say, "What do you want to drink?" Or just stand there and look at you like you're a dumbass. And you just assume that that's what you're standing there for. I think I'm gonna try that. But generally, so what can I get you? You tell them what you want, and they go, "Okay, so once he asks that question, what would you like to drink?" Right then and there develops the level of faith, or the basis of faith, and it's developing between an emotional rapport between you and the bartender. You're developing a line of trust, a common line, that you're there for something, and there's something he can do for you. Now you've got trust. Now you have a common ground. That when you say, "I want a Budweiser in a bottle," you know that when he said you're done with your order, he's satisfied in knowing what you want, and is clear about what you want. There's no question in your mind that eventually you will get that Budweiser delivered to your spot where you're standing in that bar. Okay, and over and over again, fairly, because I've been pretty hammered before. But anyway, the time that when he leaves your presence and taking your order to go retrieve the beer is a period of detachment where you just don't even worry about it, whatever. Okay. There's a guy on YouTube I used to watch play these scratch off. He wanted you to scratch them off, you flip them over and fill out the back where you sign your name and you put your address on it. But if you want a big ass jackpot, so you throw them in the glove box, throw them on his car, whatever. He go back and scratch them 2 or 3 months later, and just come across it and win, $50,000, $80,000, $100,000 purse jackpot. But the detachment, the level of detachment, and the fact that he put the faith in the universe to provide, and not have it be nothing more, not to have it create an emotional ripple, an emotional state where the vibrational rating will change on the characters will change on the money. And if you feel like it's the money that brings you the joy and not the actual thing that you're going to buy with the money, when you have the ability to create whatever the fuck you want without money, did God have to have money to fucking create the earth? No. And God to start up there? No. He did. The power of the word. The word, the power is in the word. When you have the power to speak something into existence, I said, "Let there be light," and there was light. I mean, come on. How do you say something and speak something into existence? Well, after the formulation of the idea, the thought, the idea, the belief, the development of the emotion burns the neural pathways enough so that the signal has been sent and is developing that neural pathway for alignment, because our emotion creates an energy level or a measured vibration in which to align with. Okay? If you're not able to align with that frequency or that your request lies on, okay, it seems to me like it goes to shit or it dissipates until you learn then figure out why I'm not getting what I'm asking for. There's always a reason why you're not. It's generally usually in your own best judgment. You can actually, if you put the effort into it, you can think back what occurred at that point in time. I had to. It's like when I figured out shit, I just started noticing numbers that go together, certain combinations of numbers, like 888, 444, 9996. The thing on numerology that describes it all. But the little revelation that I experienced here not too long ago is My sister, she introduced me to a man I cherish very deeply. He's a Pentecostal preacher out of Cleveland, Tennessee. His name is Barry Stone, OCI Ministries. He broadcasts from Israel on a podcast. I can't remember the podcast station. But anyway, he took a team of people over there, grab a crowd of people with him, and have service right there in these historical landmark locations, and give you real world examples of what he's talking about, where he's standing, and why he's standing there, and what the importance of it is, and you have the ability to go in there as an outside driver, and help things along. It's quite tempting. But I just found off. I just wanted to say some few things, get some shit out there, and piss some people off. I'm good at it, so that's my job. I'll try to think of some more shit to say later, but I'm gonna have to go pick my trailer up and head to Grand Prairie, Texas. I'll be there Monday. I'm there tomorrow night about 7 o'clock or so. But I'm gonna drive through the night and try and make it to Springfield, Missouri by morning, and I'll leave with 7 more hours to drive. Nice little leisurely stroll. But for more wisdom later, I go by the handle on the CB, Screaming Willie. But you can think of this as me telling you something about yourself that you don't fucking know. And if you want to change anything, you're not going to do it by tearing down a statue. You're going to do it from the inside out. Because we're not mad about anything with fear. We are fearful of it, therefore we kill it before it has a chance to kill us. But let it be known that we're infinite beings, and that we're actually so precious, worth so much more than what we're told, and based on everything on the belief system of fiat currency, which we call the dollar, and just so much belief and faith behind the dollar, that gold that does not back it still has value. I've got any comments, questions, or concerns, leave a comment below. I'd appreciate it. Thumbs up, or any feedback or criticism. I'll accept that. But again, if any trolls out there got a problem with what I say, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go look in the mirror and chalk that one up, because I'm not gonna apologize for anything I say, because it's coming from the heart. It's coming from it. Coming from the initiative of being tired of being tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and fucking tired. You know, that's it. And if you look at I'm up in this truck right now, looking around at people going somewhere. Everybody's going somewhere. Where the fuck are they going? Where are they going so fast? Why do you think you need to go in so much of a hurry? And it seems so self-centered, so unconcerned about other safety that someone might see that you're in such a hurry more than them, you know. Oh boy, you feel like a fucking big guy, or such a big person that you are in such a hurry and on the ball, and fuck all that, man. That's not what life's about. It's supposed to be here to enjoy it, and not have to rely on a time swap of your investment, your sweat equity, to convert it into something that has no value at all, other than a belief that we're told if we believe. Anyway, like button, or hit the unlike. I gotta get trailer up and get to work. Thanks for listening. Y'all have a blessed one. Love you, everybody. Bye.